Promotional Company centerpiece and the tail of the tape presented by Geico.
Introducing first, the fighter standing in the blue corner. He enters the ring as a challenger and wearing red camo with gold trim. He weighed in at an official 145 pounds. And he enters the ring an undefeated professional with 27 victories. 18 of those victories coming by way of KO. The former interim super lightweight champion of the world, Puro PHX, Phoenix, Arizona, Jose Benavidez Jr. Across the ring in the red corner, wearing black with fuchsia and red trim. When he stepped on the scale, he weighed in at an official 145.5 pounds. Started from the bottom now. He enters the ring, an undefeated 3-division pound-for-pound king with 33 victories, 24 of those victories coming by way of KO. The former lightweight, former undisputed super lightweight, and tonight, making the first defense of his WBO Welterweight Championship of the world. Born, bred, and repping Omaha, Nebraska, Terence Crawford.
We went over the dressing room. We went over the rules in the dressing room. Keep it clean, set yourself at all times. Let's do this.
So let's see the fight. Benavidez, Crawford, welterweight championship of the world.
Trying to figure the range out, the speed, the distance.
I have to think that was some of the purpose behind Benavidez egging him on and antagonizing the way he did. He wants Crawford to come forward and attack.
A surprising 145 pounds now.
He's a natural 54.
Now the switch in stance. You like the early work with that jab of Benavidez.
He's going to have to out-jab Terence Crawford. The jab is what sets up everything for Terence Crawford.
And then Crawford sitting on top with that now southpaw right jab as he comes in with a straight left to the body that scores here. Bud shakes that off. We're going to take just one short break here and then back to Crawford and Benavidez. Stick around.
I'm seeing right now from Benavidez, he got Crawford kind of tentative and not committing right away. Crawford, most of the time, likes to commit after that jab, and Benavidez is standing his ground and not allowing him to commit with anything after his jabs. There he is.
And there he goes to the body. It was a left hand to the body from Crawford. Benavidez shakes it off. He says, isn't anything.
Crawford has extreme concentrations. He can concentrate for 36 minutes and figure it out in there.
Good exchange.
He's never fought in a fight like this. He's never. Terence Crawford ducked him. I don't find any evidence of that. But in boxing, we imagine.
Jab going from there. There's another body shot that got around the left arm of Benavidez. So that's the second.
Come off the jab and shoot a straight left hand.
He definitely can, but he has to be careful because Benavidez, like I said, is a great counterpuncher. He has a good right hand.
Doubles up the right hand that time, does Crawford. There he works his way to the inside and included yet another body punch.
Put those earmuffs on. That's target practice for a guy like Terence Crawford.
The right knee is the knee that was shot. A bullet went through the femoral artery. It fractured.
It's not ready.
Benavidez concedes it will never be 100%. The question is this the right time?
Buzz Crawford stepping in behind the jab. You see the peekaboo defense there, even though Benavidez shook that off. He landed those hard body shots on Benavidez. And here it is again. When you put that peekaboo defense up with those hands up, Leaves him open.
Fighter in the world. That's Terence Bud Crawford, trained by Brian McIntyre.
Get closer to him. So
I've always been there for him. And just over the years, you can see I've always been positive, always said great things about him, always pushed him to greatness.
after you get closer to him, then you start going
Shook
to
off a little taste of that power and stuck out his tongue at Benavidez. And it's interesting and dynamic. Watch out for that right hand. Tried to go to the body there, but went up top. Now he comes sweeping across that belt.
I saw yesterday a guy named Dan Pena. I don't know if you ever seen any of his videos.
Yes.
He's a pretty brash dude, right?
Okay.
And many people say you're brash. And I just wanted to ask you, as a budding Manhattan real estate mogul, about another Manhattan
Line and came up short.
This is high-level prize fighting right here. These guys are at mid-distance range.
and his management style, the way he's going at this. What are your thoughts on the way this administration real estate mogul, a guy named Donald Trump? What do you think about the way he's going at it? The way he's going, he had a great press conference today, his first cabinet meeting.
Crawford's getting his right foot outside.
We had Trump before. We didn't appreciate him. But I think Trump is a great president. Actually, he's the best president.
Benavidez left.
And that is always critical with Benavidez. But that prime position, watch.
Somewhere in power. But Louis deserve to be in the power. Absolutely. Do Terence Crawford deserve
for it here.
I got news for you, fellas. Crawford's found his rhythm.
Oh, good right hand by Benavidez, right on the belt.
In America, we're never happy. At least I'm happy, but we're never happy. When we had
Trying to reinvigorate the country.
well, the world. I mean,
Line where it says Crawford.
Third round was good for Crawford. Fourth round, what worked for Jose Jr.?
I think all the round Junior is getting him. I don't know what you've seen in the third round. He's catching him with those straight right hands. Look at that.
those are lifetime losses. And you know, David, 100%.
How can you tell me that? Look, but of course, you're in his hometown.
They very much knew what they were getting themselves into.
In that square circle. Well, what you did when you
So much so to the point that Jose Jr. said, hey, this fight's not going a distance. I can't
went out there, then that's what it is.
let that happen here in his hometown.
And that right hand was a decisive blow in the previous round, the right hand to the body. It definitely hurt Crawford.
Angles and confuse Benavidez.
A guy who sits number one atop so many pound-for-pound fighter in the world.
Yes, they got out there. He's asking.
The guy who was number one pound-for-pound retired. Now works
Joe, this is more than most people imagine from Jose Benavidez.
Can he fight the best? I believe his contract is coming to him. Brother, it's Chrome Heart, Mercedes. We need to take our money and invest in real estate so that we can live that same great life when our careers are over. So I guess that.
But it's not more.
Just pause and think about that.
When is Gervonta Davis going to go somewhere in power?
For a moment. He was sparring Manny Pacquiao at 16 years old.
As a fighter, was based on those.
Before I veer off into questions like that, I know later on it was proven that he was cheating, and I don't know if he ever fought, actually won after they found out it was.
Sparring sessions. He's never been in with anyone like that.
And then the right hand came in at a downward angle. Good exchange right in the center of the ring.
Difficulty basing your sense of yourself on sparring, also something that happened almost a decade ago.
Right now, Benavidez said he's catching Crawford on the way out. Crawford had a tendency of doing so, getting off and coming right back.
You saw him double up that left hand. Now he gets right into the kitchen of Benavidez.
Brother, it's Chrome Heart, Mercedes. We need to take our money and invest in real estate so that we can live that same great life when our careers are over. So I guess that. Y'all looking at the end results. Y'all not looking at the shit where y'all go look at the interview and Zab gonna tell y'all, with me being champ.
And he let him go again. 3-punch combination and another right hand to the body from Bud Crawford.
Pick him up.
End of 6 for the welterweight title. ties at 58-56 for Crawford.
Of the left foot of Benavidez.
And that gives him position to do just that.
Yes.
To land the straight left hand. He has had has been monitoring both corners. What can you tell us, Bernie?
Well, Benavidez is doing exactly what his father doesn't want, which is in a great place.
He came in, and Bud came at him. Final.
You see, there's no jab. Now Benavidez is willing to cover up right in front of Terence Crawford. That's a huge...
You can see Jose Sr. and Jr. trying to gather themselves from Bud Crawford's him.
Here it is. Crawford right here, making a miss, making a pace short. Left hand right there.
This is what we've seen all night long, the facial expressions.
Yeah, you know the facial expression just means that, hey, you're getting to me. That's all that means. You're getting to me.
If you look at the facial expressions, no one's landed a good punch.
Let me tell you something. But is this the start of where Crawford takes control?
I'll tell you what I do see from the facial expression from Benavidez that I did earlier in the fight.
Covering up like that doesn't work out so well when you're in with a
Terence Crawford.
CompuBox numbers, you see them now. The guy opposite him.
That's the bolo shot. Benavidez is trying to land.
Goes low, and then it sweeps across. Crawford, three-punch exchange, including a left hand that splits the guard of Benavidez.
And of course, Benavidez really just stocking right in front of Crawford. Now he tries to put a combination together, and Crawford did the smart thing by stepping.
Crawford comes in, left hand, right to the body. Good exchange to close out the eighth. What answer does Jose Benavidez Jr. have now against Bud Crawford in front of 13,323 local fans here in Omaha? Started boxing at age 7.
In this fight, in answer to Joe's question, is that right hand coming out?
Every single time Benavidez put those earmuffs on. Terence Crawford.
Andre Ward with an even 6th round, but still Crawford up 78-74. Many ringside.
Now he just got out of range right there. Angles out right there. Terence.
He made a point before. That jab looks good when he throws it, but he's taking rounds off. Dog. Actually, it was a cat too. It was an exotic $10,000 cat at midnight in Phoenix. Someone targeted him, and he knows it. Just doesn't know who.
Right now he's got to worry about being targeted by Bud Crawford, who's stepping right to him as he covers up against the ropes, and Crawford's going to have some options. Places a right hand to the body. Probing now with a body shot again. Says, come at me.
Right now he's looking to time Terence Crawford with a right hand.
Again, wasn't successful earlier in doing so. Let's see what Benavidez comes up with here as Crawford looks to unload. Pushes him back. A right hand came with it from Benavidez.
This is exactly what Crawford needs to do. He needs to stay close, work the body, block and counter.
Benavidez with an offensive output. Crawford comes right back. Short left hook from Benavidez. Benavidez a little more willing here in round number 10. And Crawford always tapped. In 6 minutes for Benavidez to try to find the answer. Crawford comes into this round having landed 100 of 238 throws. Maybe looking at a go for broke 12th round from the undefeated challenger as Crawford brings it a little bit. Crowd on their feet.
There it is again.
Sent off balance.
Check hook.
They touch him up. Remember yesterday at the weigh-in, what almost touched the chins of the cards. Crawford is easily in control, and he's got 2.5 minutes to try to. How much does Benavidez want it?
Well, if he becomes, he's got to sell out right now.
Got to risk everything, right?
Got to go for it, and he is. He's trying. to the head and body.
But where is that body shot we saw in the 4th round?
He's more fundamentally sound than Benavidez.
Miles ahead. Half of this fight, highly competitive.
It's not how we want to end this fight, however.
Oh! Crawford gets him! My, oh my! What a shot! Let's see how he goes about it. Best in the world. At home. Is he the finisher they all expect him to be? He is. What a huge right hand, and he has done it. How do you want them to close a show? What should it look like to deliver on every
2 seconds of the 12th and final round, declaring the winner by way of technical knockout, still the undefeated WBO welterweight champion of the world, repping Omaha, Nebraska, Terence Crawford.
34